on, and we going live, man.
Straight from Philly.
It's the breakdown, man. We live, man. We live.
Yeah, hey man, we live.
We live. Hey man, hey, we live. We live. Where you at? There you go. You straight. Boom.
Oh man, we live.
We live, man. So shout out to everybody watching, man. This is Dave Life. You're watching the breakdown only on DaveLifeTV. Now I'm gonna say this. This is not after dark, even though we're after dark. I got my homeboy right next to me, U.S. veteran, brother Sherrod. Good brother. What up, Sherrod?
Hey, what up, Dave? What up, lifers?
Good seeing you, man.
What's up, lifers? Appreciate it, man.
We're actually in his location right now. Yeah. So I'm sure you guys are gonna be watching this live. And we got the man, Retro Rick. What's up, Cuzzo?
Cuzzo, what's poppin'?
I'm good, man. We chilling, man.
Brother Sherrod, thank you for having me out at your spot, my G.
Too easy. I'm glad you came.
So, Sherrod, before I light this stick, the topic is going to be a quick in and out. We're going to break down something. Here's the topic for y'all. Did Atlanta mess up hip hop? And specifically, did Atlanta, through strip club culture, mess up hip hop? Strip club culture?
Absolutely not. If it wasn't for bringing up, all right, listen, real talk. If it wasn't for Lil Jon and East Side Boys, Yin Yang Twins, I don't even think strip clubs would get the amount of praise and respect if it wasn't for Atlanta.
Okay.
Because let's be honest, you only went to a couple of places for strip clubs. Number one is Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, I would say Houston.
I figure Miami.
What about Florida?
I was gonna say Miami 3 though.
Okay.
So Miami 3, but Atlanta at one time it was just big booty bitches, like real shit, like no fake shit. But all the chicks in the strip club knew the music. They asked the DJs to play certain songs. They wanted certain songs, and the reason that they did it is because they was hanging out with the same D-boys. Same clubs, everything. Only problem is they were stripping.
Right.
Them Johns was making more money than the average nigga on a 9 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
So when you incorporate music, Yin Yang Twins, Lil Jon and the East Side Boys, they wasn't doing nothing but bringing awareness to a culture that already existed for years. Mm-hmm. Like I went to fucking Freaknik as a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
Black Bikers Weekend and
what was your first Freaknik? What year?
94.
Oof. 92, 93.
94. And then when they said 96, we was like, what Christians stopped this goodwill from happening? And I mean, but see, you got to remember too, growing up in Carolina,
yep.
Black Bikers Weekend was our Freaknik. So like we was seeing that shit at a young age. That was nothing for us. So when they came up with Freaknik, we didn't really need to go to that. Because we had that. Because the weekend before that was Harley Davidson weekend. That was all the white folks.
Okay.
Which was cool. But you needed to know some white folks.
That back.
Yeah.
Ooh, but you Carolinas. I was outside, bro.
But hey, shout out to DMX. Shout out when they took them niggas used to take over hotels.
Rough Riders
used to take over hotels. Right. So can you imagine a bunch of black people riding bikes, doing tricks, because we was doing quads, we was doing bikes, we was doing all that shit. So it's not a new culture for us.
So did stripper culture now? Because you talk about Black College Weekend, you talk about Freaknik, you talk about Miami, even Howard Homecoming, right? Events,
epic,
right? Events where young Black college kids came to hang out and party, and then hip hop culture was always present. Did strip club culture where, wait till you see my all that and, and just people throwing money and everything becoming transactional. It kind of did filter into hip hop starting in with Two Live Crew and Luke Skywalker.
Correct. I forgot about that.
Right. Then you, of course, on the West Coast, you had Too Short.
Yeah,
right?
Too Short.
Doing his thing.
But Too Short came more from an Iceberg Slim type of shit.
Facts.
Shout out to Tuskegee University. Iceberg Slim went there and then he started doing some shit. And then it's like, you got to get out of here with that, sir. This is a reputable black school. The problem you run into is I think the music centered around already being there.
Mhm.
Strippers already knew the music.
Mhm.
Dancers already knew the music. So they was like, hey, you need to premiere your song at this club.
Gotcha.
I don't give a shit. And back in the day, it was 112.
Yeah, the
Well,
112. The 112. Hell yeah. In Atlanta,
so,
the 112.
So take that same culture,
Which they even made a group after 112.
112.
Right.
So take that same culture from the club and take it to Cheetah on Tuesday.
Cheetah. Yep.
Cheetah.
You know what I'm saying?
Spring Street.
Now it's Onyx.
Mm-hmm. Don't forget Club Nikki.
Club Nikki used to be shit.
And of course, we know Magic City, of course.
Magic Cities,
clearly.
Yeah. But now it's even Onyx. You
Okay.
know?
Yep.
You know, shout out to Frank Walker. Tuskegee
So
Red,
what I'm hearing
Onyx.
is they used to break records in the strip club.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, groundbreaking record.
So Rick, you from Chicago originally, but really and truly, you've been repping ATL
I've been there
for a minute. So from the Dirty South standpoint, you being a young man, you seeing hip hop grow, and I say being young because we heard our thing with Luther. I heard Luke Skywalker.
So when I got here, no. When I got here, Luke still was here, bro.
Okay, Luke.
Yeah, Uncle Luke.
Uncle Luke.
For those that don't know, Uncle Luke.
Don't stop, get it.
Yeah.
Cotton Candy,
Sweet,
like
all that.
That 69 Boys.
69
You know,
Boys.
that era, that vibe, bro. It was like Miami was known for that bass, that drop,
Yep.
that 808.
The 808.
Yeah. 808.
The
Yep.
808. So they was known for that 808. So it was just like, who was gonna pass the torch when we got down here? So it got a little different, especially like when the club scene, when the people was passing the torch. So we had like what was the club you said? Onyx, right?
Yeah, Onyx go hard.
So for me, it was more so like we knew about Magic City.
Yeah, $100 the park.
Okay, but so yeah,
well worth it. Well worth it.
You had the spots like Blaze.
Yeah, Blaze.
I'm going wait. Yeah, did anybody say Club Nikki?
Yeah, you said Club Nikki.
You did say Club Nikki, right? So you had Blaze.
Cheetah was just too far out there.
What about Strokers?
Strokers.
Oh my God, yeah.
Pinups.
Yes.
Blue Flame.
Hey, Strokers. I mean,
Blue Flame was.
JD talked about that on Welcome to Atlanta.
He did.
He mentioned Strokers. He was on Strokers when other cats was on Cleveland Avenue and Magic City. He was on Strokers out in Decatur.
Strokers knows in Clarkston.
Right? That's what I'm saying. So he really, so JD was big on promoting that. Okay. So okay.
So why do you think he was promoting it?
Shit, get it free.
Well, I mean, let's start with it. Hold on. Let's start with it. Right?
Playing with, man, come on, brother. I'm getting in free. I'm gonna promote it too.
So think about this.
Everybody getting in free.
Big time director, artist.
Yeah, we're gonna film everything up here. We're gonna pop
Well,
it
I
up.
mean, you know what's funny? The question is kind of it's setting us up, right? Because I said did Atlanta and did stripper culture mess up hip hop? First of all, I don't think that it did per se, but that was a provocative question to get people to watch. Now that we got their ear, right?
Okay.
What I'm really trying to say is this, y'all. Hip hop blew up, right? And the Dirty South blew up in a certain way within hip hop. The Dirty South took it a certain way. And one of the calling cards was the bass, the 808, was the booty shaking. And then, if you will, because the strip clubs down south were better than the strip clubs up north. They just were. They just were.
And even on the West Coast.
And even on the West Coast. Yeah. Oh, yeah, way better on the West Coast. No offense to the West Coast. But yo, if you can get a $20 lap dance at Club Nikki and people are walking around with nothing on, but then on the West Coast, you got to get like, you can't, they're not walking around, they're only on stage, and it's like different thing in the South. And they cornbread fed.
Well, it's a culture because everything was natural.
Right.
It wasn't no BBLs, it wasn't no fake this, fake that.
It wasn't none of that back then, bro. You couldn't
right.
If
the person was, if she was thick, she was thick.
I was talking.
And it was natural.
I was talking to one of my boys. If they had that, that was like an anomaly. Like motherfuckers didn't really know what BBL was. It's like, oh, you talking about rims? No, nigga, them BBS.
Yeah. Right.
No, a BBL, sir. A BBL. Like, what's a
BBL, boy?
What's a BBL? Like, how you spell it? Nah, niggas a BBL. Niggas didn't know what that shit was. But I think what happens is this. Society has made it okay for BBLs because that's what they want. But chicks are still out here naturally thick. How many aunties? I love aunties. Shout out to all the aunties out there with no BBLs. Just woke up in the morning looking like
on go mode.
On go mode. You know what I'm saying?
Go glow.
Yep, glow mode. We out here.
Ain't got to do all that other. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know who y'all are, man. I ain't got to say nothing, man. Shouts out to y'all.
But have you ever? Okay, so let's change the script.
Okay.
You ever met a badass white John in the strip club in Atlanta? I've yet to see one bad white chick. Because if a white chick,
Not the clubs I've been to though. So
that's my whole point.
You said in Atlanta.
In Atlanta,
So
because she's a unicorn.
She's not in her. Yeah, she's not in her power element. Go to the West Coast.
Diamond does.
That's what I'm saying. Go to the West Coast,
or even Midwest,
or even mid. Yes,
It's
Chicago Midwest. You'll find a beautiful non-black chick. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, is
But-
she black or is she like German or is she like
I
white?
said non-black because you may not know till you ask. But I'm just saying when you see a group of ladies walking past in the South, it's all different colors of brown, right?
That's true.
Up north, you get a lot of white and then the brown is the anomaly. So I'm saying if a white girl come to Atlanta and she thinks she's gonna be the bomb, she really got to be the bomb because she's not in her power source.
So what
her
is she?
power
Okay,
structure.
so give me 3 factors about it she gotta have.
Oh, she got to be thick.
Okay, she gotta have fat ass.
She got to have swag, the way she move and
She
walk,
gotta have swag.
and,
So
and talk to black customers.
well, first of all, she ain't in there unless she fuck with a black dude.
Right, and then she got to be able to dance like her pole game. It's got to be dope.
Because
She
if
can't
not,
just be average because they're gonna want to call her vanilla just because she's vanilla.
Right.
So she got to have that sauce.
and a lot of sisters will hate on her.
That part too. We didn't
she's
say that.
white. 'Cause she's
So
white.
she not down with sisters. That's the other thing. She got to have black female allies. So
So she gotta have a village.
she got to have a village.
You know my girl over there, Susie. Her name's Susie.
she the one.
That bitch gotta come with a better name. Call
All
her
right, so
white
look.
chocolate,
For those that don't know,
peppermint.
oh Lord, I gotta fix the typo. For those that don't know, we're talking about did Atlanta, or I say Atlanta stripper culture, and I'm saying that to be provocative because look, this is not no Atlanta hate. We love Atlanta and we love the South. The question is, did Atlanta or stripper culture mess up hip hop? Because we had Big Daddy Kane, we had KRS-One, we had Rakim.
But they weren't
Right.
talking about no shit.
That's my point. Hold on. But they weren't talking about women like that. Then
Not
you
at
had-
all.
Not at all. It was all style and hip hop and 5% and
Yeah.
knowledge.
Yeah, it was knowledge.
Then you get to the Tribe Called Quests. They're the I'm different, right?
Yeah.
The De La Soul. But I'm
shout
dope.
Shout out to Tribe Called Quest.
Shout
Just
out
got
to Tribe.
inducted into the
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
last year.
Shout out to them. Shout
Which
out to
is
Busta
huge.
Bus.
Shout out to Busta Bus.
Yep, Lifetime
Which is
Achievement
huge.
Award, BT.
Yep.
So then you have that, but then you have, hey, we want some,
Pussy.
hey, that's 2 Live Crew. That straight up, explicit lyrics, parental advisory is because of 2 Live Crew. Remember,
And won.
and won. They went against the Supreme in the
It
U.S.
won.
Supreme Court and won because you can't censor them. But the Supreme Court said, but I will put a label. Like you may be able to play it. I can't
Oh
say
yeah,
that.
they
you,
started
but
the
they
label.
started the
okay,
label.
Started the label.
Right.
Because they tried to
So
stop
there
them
was no
from-
label on it.
There was no label.
No.
on
Yes, it was.
anything. No, it wasn't. I'm
Yes,
telling
it-
you.
yes, it was.
I promise you.
Because
promise
because it wasn't gangster rap. Because gangster rap had a label.
That's after Luke. See, NWA hit after Luke. Luke hit in 86, 87, 88. NWA hit like 88, 89. Straight up. I remember it because when I moved to Atlanta, Luke was running it. He had Throw That D, right? And it was basically a guy about guys dancing provocatively for women. It was called Throw That D.
Right.
And then he came out, we want some coochie, right?
No, you can say pussy, right?
Well, yeah.
Can you say pussy?
Yeah, we can. You want some
Okay.
pussy? He said, hey, we want some pussy. Right? Right? What he say?
Because if you say
we
coochie,
got
it
this
sound
gang,
like-
they call it Amtrak, but we call it the train. We all line up in a single fine line and then take girls and girls behind. See,
But
girls
then
don't
what was
fight
the
it.
shit?
Just D
So
fight
look,
it. And
hold on,
please
okay,
don't
okay.
What
knock
was
it
the shit that
until
Luke
you
had?
try to. So to all you
Luke-
please
Luke-
and all you hoes, let's have group sex and do the
So
rambo.
look,
Everybody say,
real quick. So when
Yeah.
you coming from
Chicago.
Chicago
Yes.
to Atlanta,
Yes.
when you did hear that vibe,
I was like, what is this?
yeah,
Because the only thing I ever heard, real talk,
no,
the
for real.
only explicit lyrics I ever heard was Richard Pryor albums, Eddie Murphy albums,
Mhm.
comedy albums,
yeah,
like
like
raw?
Red Fox,
yeah.
like Red Fox,
Uh.
like old school Richard Pryor, old school Esther Rose.
So when you got down,
That's
there,
all
like, when
I
you went-
heard.
when you
I'm a
went,
Maybelline.
high
Yeah,
school,
Mama
to
Maybelline.
college, and you
I'm in high school, bro. I'm hearing Luke Skywalker talking about, hey, we want some pussy and head and mohead and running a train, and I'm like, am I supposed to be listening to this? If my mom hear this, bro, if my mom hear this, I'm
You know
done.
who?
Yeah,
Who
you
the
never,
fuck is Hootie Who?
you never heard Poker House when he said Poker House?
Yeah, yeah,
You was like, what is he talking about?
right.
Where is
But
she
then-
at?
But you realize, so like how you like when
She
you
had Indian hair.
All I knew is my older brother Hank. Shout out to Hank.
Shout out to Hank.
Hank-
Shout out to Hank.
Hank got he got 2 Live Crew because Hank was the hip hop head. I'm the younger brother. So
Mhm.
Hank went to the record store. He came home with Rakim. Hank brought home Run DMC Tougher Than Leather.
Mhm.
Then the next couple of
Great
weeks,
album.
he brought home Rakim Paid in Full,
Okay.
changed our lives. And somewhere in there, he brought home
Still
he brought
arguably the
home-
greatest album of all time.
still arguably. And then he brought home 2 Live Crew, right? With the first album. And I was like,
Wait. Was this the one where they had all the chicks in like
that was
thong
that was a-
bikinis?
yes,
with
it was.
With their ass?
Yes, it was.
Yes.
And it was called 2 Live Crew. And the Throw That D was the one everybody was dancing to, but the one all the underground was talking about was We Want Some Pussy, because he was just explicit. We were like, dang, man, people are rapping like this.
Mhm.
Then we hear about, then my homies had this cat named Too Short talking about
wow.
Freaky
Hell
Tales.
yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. The tales, the freaky tales. I met this girl. Her name was Janet. She had a thing in the whole
Why
fucking
that shit
planet.
dropped?
They
You
were
know-
just talking explicit lyrics,
Well,
bro.
this is the key. Because every chick he named,
Mhm.
you knew a chick by that name.
You did.
And you started comparing, like,
Oh,
oh,
my
wait
God.
a minute. Wait a minute. Janet does have a fat ass.
Mm.
Right? Now, then you got LL doing mainstream, but LL had the doo-wop.
But,
Right.
but LL had a roundaway girl too.
That's after. I'm talking about initial. Now
Right,
listen,
initial, yeah.
I'm dating myself, right? Because I'm slightly older than my homies here. But what I'm saying is,
Slightly.
okay, I'm older. I'm definitely older. I'm the only one rocking a
No,
full
nigga,
grade.
you are
Yeah,
all
I'm definitely.
right. No, nigga. Go, hey, own your shit.
What you talking about?
Hey, shout out to all the black women. that say,
Shout
That's
out,
my truth. That's
shout
my
out. That's
truth.
my truth. I'm speaking my
Own your
truth.
shit, nigga.
Hey, hold up, man. Shout out to the lifers. I see Christine is watching. What's up, Christine? This is Panama Princess.
Oh,
Hey,
Miami. See, Miami.
All right, so we're gonna post her comment in a minute. Shout out to everybody watching on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. This is a
So
quick
that's
breakdown.
why I didn't.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah,
why I
my
didn't get mad. Like the average person who understands strip club culture doesn't get mad at somebody who might have had sex with a porn star whose name will remain nameless. But if it's stormy outside, it's just stormy.
Right.
You can go in the strip club and be cool.
Oh, you talking about President Trump?
Oh, well, I didn't say his name.
I'm gonna say you talking about. You know why I'm gonna say it?
Okay.
Because you had Bill Clinton get topped off in the White House and say, "I never had sex relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky." Then we found out he did.
No, he said right. So that's when Cass was like, "Oh, so head is not the same thing as sex."
Yeah.
Right.
He said, "Oh shit, I gotta use that." Every time a nigga use that shit,
right?
Every time a black man use that shit,
right?
You get
right.
But no, it's
right.
the same.
not-
It's the same.
It's the same.
Right.
It's the same shit.
So
It's the same shit.
so we're talking about stripper culture and hip hop, and we got to talk about 2 Live Crew. After 2 Live Crew, of course, around the same time as Too Short on the West Coast. You got Too Short.
Shout out to Short.
Shout out to Short Dog. Then Freak Nick 93 hits for me. Freak Nick 93. It's my second year in college. I gotta be 19. Freak Nick 93 hits, and we had a backstage pass to a big hip hop show in Piedmont Park. Park. I promise you, I thought that Luke Skywalker had it going because he pulled up in a truck and nothing but women in lingerie stepped out, and I come to find out they're strippers paid to dance for his show.
Of course,
right? I didn't know this as 19-year-old. I thought they were just I didn't know. I thought they were part of his group or singers or rappers. So they get up there and they doing all this. And then Too Short gets up and he talking about freaky tales. He's screaming,
Freaky Tales is all that.
right? And the crowd's going bananas. And Luke is like, hey, anybody want to come up here and get their stuff, topped off? You got to wear a condom. But come on up here. Guys got up there and they strapped up and women performed. And I'm like, this is happening in music. I'm 19.
See, I didn't see none of that, Free Nick.
But this is Atlanta.
On the stage, though. But no, at Free Nick, I didn't see none of that.
But you know what?
Because we was in the streets.
Because
we was outside in the car.
You was in the streets. So you saw Freak Nick. You didn't see it performed on stage.
No, I didn't.
Right?
No,
and then they shut down. They use a traffic.
I was in traffic.
Then they shut down.
They
shut down Freak
Camp
Nick.
Creek, like going both directions.
Right.
They was out there on lawn chairs, Greenbrier.
But the music made you want to get out and fuck with chicks too.
Yeah.
And the crazy part about it was all good, genuine fun. Nobody was getting like harassed.
No. None of that was going on that we knew of. But check this out.
that we didn't have the money for it.
We definitely didn't have money.
No, it was going on.
It was going on. Stuff was happening.
Going on.
But what I'm saying is, gangster
Especially
rap
on
came
Marta.
in, right? On Marta, it was happening. Gangster rap comes in, NWA, right? And then I remember they had some of their explicit interludes. A lot of the interludes were explicit.
Sure.
You know, either Chronic, explicit interlude.
Mhm.
NWA had this. NWA on the second album, when they were going back at Cube, they had a song called "It Don't Matter, Just Don't Buy It." She swallowed it. It don't matter, just don't bite it. So in other words, the explicitness went from Fringe, Luke Skywalker, 2 Live Crew, Too Short, to biggest groups in the world, NWA, to now the Chronic, right? And Doggy Style, right? We get, and I'm not judging, but I'm saying, did that culture come from the South? That explicit sexual culture come from the South, or did the booty shaking come from the South? If it did, was it a positive or negative to hip hop? This is a question.
So two different things.
Right.
I think Short was more or less talking about not necessarily the strip culture, club culture.
He was talking about the pimp game.
He was talking pimp game.
You ain't lying about that.
So the pimp game was totally different.
You ain't lying about that.
Because that was more fostered into the money aspect and trying to like will chicks to do things.
Facts.
I think the strip club gave women all the power.
Now you talking.
See what I'm saying?
Come on,
man.
What
I'm saying, though?
Yes.
It gave them all the power.
Now you talking.
Women, let's just say women have always known their worth. Pussy make the world go round. It always has, it always will. But like pimping was different.
Pimping exploited.
It exploited it, but the strip club
been pimping since been pimping.
It has been.
Right.
It's like it's just,
but
it was put on a bigger scale. I say?
Yes. The spotlight.
It was more recognized.
It was more
recognized.
And it was more normalized.
With the song,
it was.
It was more.
It was like, no, this is cool.
This is cool.
Right.
You should be okay with it.
Okay, so then check it. So strippers come into play, and you now have people telling women in music, "Get your money." Now, of course, there's men in music that are taking advantage and trying to get, misogyny. I'm not talking about that part. I'm talking about the part about, hey, get your money, baby. If you're gonna get it how you live, if you're gonna get it, it ain't tricking if you got it. Like we went from, 5% and all of those sort of things to it ain't tricking if you got it, because the culture just kept progressing and it turned into, hey, if I got the money and I want to pay, I'll pay. And then it turned into, hey, baby girl, if you got the body and the looks and you can finesse a cat, or you can work the pole and make 10,000 and get yourself through school, 10,000 a weekend, and pay for law school, do it. So it kind of flipped from, I guess a bad thing to an empowering thing. And then you get to Lil' Kim. Now you get to Cardi. So what I'm saying is, did the transactional stripper culture of I'm bad and cats will pay for my time, for my body, for my face in a video, for my booty shake in a video.
Well, that's when you came.
Was that good or bad?
Video vixens.
Come on.
Because they started to realize, like, you know what? I can be in a video. I can theoretically do the same exact thing. I don't have to be on stage. And it's killing it, right? You don't have we in the back. Listen wow. So you don't have to get completely naked, but you still gotta show some
skin, because sex sells.
Sex sells.
It always has.
But nobody really understood that better than Corinne Steffens. Shout out to Superhead.
Shout out to Corinne Steffens.
Shout out to Superhead.
Didn't she change her name? Superhead. Didn't she go by a new? She has a new pseudonym.
I have no idea.
She writes books now, and I think
that's where the money at.
Yeah. Okay.
Shout out to her book. New York Times bestseller. It's a great book.
It
is a page turner, sir.
Well, hold on. Now we talking.
So let me ask you this.
All right.
How do chicks go from not wanting to strip to being? Because I had a chick tell me one time. She said, "If I had a fat ass, I'd be a stripper."
Okay.
So it's something about empowering them, and it's a control factor, right?
Yeah. It is.
It's a control factor.
It is.
I know cats that have spent checks, bands, everything to just get the attention of cats in the club. Like you were here. Shout out to Cam Newton, Carolina Panthers.
Shout out to Cam Newton.
Shout out to Auburn.
And shout out to Cam and his actual podcast.
Dope podcast, by the way.
Cam be talking about some stuff.
But he said, I remember I was watching this shit one time, and he was like, I don't even go into a strip club. It was like my money bigger than your shit. Retro Rick. I got more money than you. So now it's a dick measuring contest. You know what I'm saying? It's a dick measuring contest.
Pause.
No, yeah, pause. You gotta say pause.
You gotta say pause.
Definitely pause.
Shout out to Cam and Mace. Pause.
Yeah, but when he said that shit,
and Dame Dash.
when they said that shit, it is like it's a competition. Oh shit. And I didn't see this till the first time. I was in London for Nigerian Independence Day. Shout out October 1st. Nigerian Independence Day. Competition. Hey, we bought 10 bottles. Nigga, we just bought 20 bottles. 20 bottles? What are you doing with 20 bottles, bro?
That's a lot of bottles.
That's too many bottles.
Yeah.
But it's a contest. Chicks recognize that it's a contest. So now they playing on your ego.
Right.
So now all the chicks is at your table. And I'm like, damn, why the fuck they all at this table? Because of the bottle?
So check this. We talked about control. And I'm going back to the bottle thing. See, in control, the pimp controls the image of, the hoe.
The lady.
The lady. Using the language, pimp game language. In the stripper culture, it's really the stripper that controls her own image. And she controls who she dances for.
That is correct.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, let's take it to the next level. OnlyFans. The OnlyFans model controls who gets access,
content,
what they see, and how much they want to expose or not. And ain't nobody, you don't even got to have a man in the room. You can make money on OnlyFans just going solo with pictures. You can do videos solo. There doesn't even have to be a pimp.
You got no stockbroker or pimp no more.
Or John.
You got nobody.
You don't need the John is behind the camera. The guy watching, let's call it the customer. The customer, right? He's behind the camera. So now the woman has the power in the dynamic of I'm going to control how I look and my sexuality and how I'm exposed, and I'm going to reap all the benefits. So again, did that somehow come out of hip hop culture? Because we created the video vixen.
We did.
Right?
We did.
We empowered them. And now OnlyFans and even Instagram models, they're just video vixens with their own cameras.
So they're taking the middleman out of it.
The middleman out of it.
So they're taking the pimp out of it.
Yep. And
control their own destiny.
Yes. And the customer don't need to be nowhere near them. He can be behind the screen watching.
So now he's the producer.
He's a producer and consumer. He's anonymous. And he's anonymous. He don't have to sit in the VIP section of the strip club, or he don't have to take her to the back. He don't have to he could throw his racks in private.
But what does that do? What does that do for her though? What do you think that does for the woman or the women who say, "Nah, I can control every aspect of the show"? Because it's a show, right?
Yeah,
it's a show. So now she can say, "You know what? I don't need to be on stage. I could be in the comfort of my own home. I can have this guy whose face is not only is it not on camera, it's just his piece showing, his meat is showing, and she going to town." So what does that actually mean? Does that mean that they have all the power and men don't have no more say so? Like they don't even control anything now. So now do men become jealous because they don't have the control anymore?
Pimp might. So the stripper culture, I was saying, is empowered women that control their own image. The pimp culture might be men that control the image of the woman. You know what I'm saying? If I could sum it up.
Because let's be honest now. What hip hop really put the stripper culture on the map?
I'm gonna say
UGK did it. Shout out to UGK.
Okay, UGK.
Rest in peace, Pimp C.
Or was it more pimping?
I think MJ and 8Ball and MJG was talking about pimping and
stripper culture
all in one.
Okay.
Because they were saying like, hey, he said, hey, like this is my number one, number two. I'm gonna introduce you to my number three. You know what I'm saying? You about to be my number three,
who was big? You know who was big on stripper culture? I can name one solo artist and one group. Solo artist T-Pain. I'm in love with a stripper. He literally had a hit. I'm in love with a stripper, right? And he was talking about going and falling in love. And then Yin Yang Twins you know, the Whisper song,
That shit was tough.
and To the Window to the Wall. Both of those songs, right?
Oh,
really were.
That was before that one, though, wasn't it?
It was. It was. To the Window to the Wall was before the Whisper song.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing was, they put the audience in the strip club with them.
Yeah.
And I tell you,
yes, and you went along with the mental.
Strip clubs, like, I think now that's why it costs you $100 allegedly, that I've heard.
Allegedly, right?
I don't know.
Right.
It costs $100 to park.
Allegedly.
They got great wings. Shout out to the Greyhound station right across.
And you
from
know
Magic
who
City.
started the image of great wings and looking at women's bodies?
Strip club.
Hooters.
Oh yeah.
Come on, sir. Hooters had great. That was their calling card. We have great wings, and guess what? We got women with their thighs out, and they got on tight shirts.
So that was way too. It was way too extra. So they tried to tone it down with the Tilted Kill.
They tried to turn it down. Yes.
Twin Peaks.
Twin Peaks. Yes.
So I don't think it's more. I don't think it's exposed. Do you think it's exposing women up? Like
well,
really like
the problem I have with Hooters is, you know, they picked a lot of, like, I don't know what the age limit was to work at Hooters.
18, nigga.
Okay. Well, I feel like it was a lot of 18-year-olds at Hooters. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't cool with it because they trying to make it like, oh, it's a family thing. You got, you know, but no, you got 18-year-olds running around with, you know, tight clothes on. I don't want to tell my child, hey, girl, you work at Hooters while you're in college.
You would never tell your daughter that.
I also don't want to tell her go work at Magic City.
I was just about to say, was you telling me to strip club?
I don't want to tell her that at all.
Well, okay.
Can I be honest? If you're going to pick one, you'll make more money at Magic City than you will at Hooters.
Okay, so, all right. So this is a key.
If I'm being honest.
So what are you teaching your daughter? To expose herself?
I just said I don't want to.
Because I never tell my daughter to do that.
I don't want to tell my daughter to do either one of those.
So how about?
But hold on. But everybody on this couch has been to Hooters and has been to a strip club.
Allegedly.
So, allegedly, in another universe.
So how
you said shit? I don't know what you're talking about.
So how about if your daughter comes to you and she says, "Hey, I got this gig. I'm only working Tuesdays and Thursdays. Oh, what time you go to work? I'm not going to 9 at night.
And I make $10,000 in a weekend.
Well,
I'm gonna tell my daughter, get your ass up out of wherever you at, and whoever introduced you, cut them off, and I need to have a conversation with them because
you need to have a conversation with them or your daughter.
Of course, my daughter. But the thing is, someone tried to introduce her to that, a homegirl or some guy, right? And this is my thing. My daughter, I would hope, would talk to me and say, "Hey, Dad, you know, I want to go to law school. Law school costs this much. We struggled to pay for undergrad. How about if I did this? Talk to me."
That's Player Club 101, though.
Right? And I'm gonna be like,
didn't Diamond do that?
Yeah,
Diamond did that.
Yeah, I'm gonna be because see,
didn't Diamond fall in love? Did she fall in love?
I don't know what. Okay,
on Players Club.
Players Club. Yeah. All right. Well, here, check this out though, because here's the slippery slope. What happens when 10,000 in a weekend ain't enough? Now you need 10,000 in a night, and now you got customers willing to pay to do extra, and you got girls in the club doing extra, and they the star. And now you got the wholesome girl that's like, well, I just want to, you know, wear my bikini and look cute, but she not making 10 grand. Girl, how you make 10 grand? Let me show you the game. And then she's telling her all about the extras that could happen. And now you went from I'm just dancing to now I'm putting out and I'm possibly being taken advantage of, and I'm possibly losing my, you know, sense of morals,
ethics, morals, and values.
Come on.
But see,
and you become transactional, and you see men as a transaction and not as husband or leader. You see them as, well, he just a trick.
So this is the key. You got it. So I've often told guys, I was in Amsterdam.
Mm-hmm.
Our culture frowns upon women getting money that way. Our culture, United States.
Yep.
You go to any other country, right? That's a known profession.
Yeah,
it's not frowned upon.
And in some places, it's illegal.
Yes, legal. This is the only place.
You know what? I saw a special. They said in Canada, women. I want to forgive me, Canada, if I'm wrong, but I believe it's Canada. Women can sell, but men can't. You know, solicit. Men can't ask.
They have to come to you.
Well, the women can actually do their thing, but any money that's exchanged, she can't ask for it for certain things, and he can't ask about certain things. He just has to give her money for her time. And as long as if it's just, hey, I'd like to spend time with you. Oh, my rates are this much for 20 minutes, this much for 15 minutes. Ain't nobody saying nothing about nothing. But it's legal for her to go and do those things as long as she ain't specifically saying what she's doing. But it's illegal for him to ask for specific things. So he would have to just give her money like a donation, just like here. But if a cop walked in the room and the cop couldn't determine
in Canada,
what the money was exchanged for, she's not going to jail because she's allowed to do it. But the guy might go to jail if it was clear that he exchanged it for sex. But if he just gave it to her because he likes those roses,
her time,
or her time, hey.
Well, shout out to Budapest, Hungary, because they ain't like that in Budapest, Hungary. Right? Shout out to anybody who's been to Budapest, because it's not like that at all. But you are going to pay for time, though. Just the dialogue, the talking, the conversation. I mean, America's different. Like, when it's cool, it's cool. It ain't cool when the rabbit got the gun. You know what I'm saying? It ain't the same. It ain't the same mindset. But music-wise, music, and a DJ understands that in a strip club because they understood, like, oh, this is what they want to hear, meaning the women, meaning the dancers, the strippers. And once they start playing what the women like, men will always find a way to pussy. They're going to find a way to pussy. They're going to find a way to get to it. So if the music that they normally listen to is already in a spot and they got beautiful women, that shit gonna sell, bro.
Hey, I want to go to some of the comments. Shout out to Panama Princess.
Shout out to Miami.
All right. She said, am I in Atlanta? Yes, I'm in the ATL right now.
No. Okay. No. This is, if you notice, there's no noise behind us. We're outside.
True.
On my balcony.
True.
This is the goddamn suburbs.
You're right. We're not in Atlanta proper.
No, we're not in Atlanta proper, and we're not in the perimeter either.
But for the regional people, yeah, I'm in the ATL for everybody want to know. All right.
We're not at Georgia Tech.
We're not at Georgia Tech. All right. She made a comment. She said the strip clubs in Atlanta and Miami put Southern hip hop to the forefront.
Yeah.
I was an undergrad before the strip clubs became popular.
That's
Southern hip hop was just as important as New York and Cali. So she said it put Southern hip hop on the map. The strip clubs did. Can we agree with that? Comments on that?
So CeeLo, Black, second album.
Hold my mic.
Second album.
I gotta take a little small break.
Hey,
y'all got it.
Second album. I don't recall ever. No. I'm quite single, and occasionally I mingle. Okay. But aside from all the rest, you spark my interest. No, ma'am, I don't know you. This offering the common respect I feel I owe you. Like when CeeLo said that shit, nigga, I was like, he is talking to a stripper, and he's basically saying, hey, look, you the one right here. You the one. You the one. Hey, that nigga takes up the whole cushion. Did you know? Like we can slide.
Oh yeah, slide down. Like we get the mic on. We didn't take over the whole show. What y'all want to talk about, man? Dave's life. The lifers, what's good, man? Well, how y'all feeling tonight, man?
Hey, we got Retro Rick right here. If you need, hey, tell him what you do, man.
I just be outside, man. The lifers, what's popping, man? We got my boy Sherrod in the building, man.
Hey, man.
Look, chopping it up.
Man. Blessings.
But no, for real, though. What strip club you been to, bro? Not here.
Shit, man. I love Onyx. Again, like I said, man, I got peoples there.
Okay.
Shout out to the owners. Shout out to them Skeegee boys. Mm-hmm. Hey, man, I've been to Onyx. I've been to Strokers. I've been to Blue Flame. Mm-hmm. Of course, I've been to Magic City. Shit, nigga, I've been to Tattletale, nigga.
What I said?
Nigga, like, not really Buckhead, but off of
that shit sound like some snitch shit. Tattletale?
Nah, nigga. Tattletale real.
Like,
Tattletale, you might.
Anybody in the comments, look, what the hell is Tattletale?
Tattletale is like one of those spots that you was like, I didn't even know they had a gas station right here.
I'm like, what the fuck is Tattletale?
Tattletale's a
like
spot.
Where the boonies?
Nah, that shit, where that shit off of? It's off of 285.
Bullshit.
Right off of Tattletale.
I'm about to go
get the address. Get the address. Tattletale, nigga. Tattletale. One way in, one way to fuck out.
It sounds like that some shit. Like Tattletale, strip club, boondocks.
No, it ain't in the boondocks, nigga.
This shit came up though.
Nigga, I know what the fuck I'm talking about. What address though?
Piedmont. Listen.
Fuck with your boy. Hey, listen. If you haven't gone, if you want to go to like not dirty, but like real respectful, a dive. It's like a dive bar. You dive in, you dive out, nigga. It's like going to Bermuda, man. You swaggery and
closed right now.
And nigga, it's early. Well,
oh yeah, they gonna open 12. Yes,
yeah, it's early. It's early. You got that's like one of them places. Like I didn't know they had a Waffle House over here. That's how.
Tattletale.
What is that?
Tattletale Lodge. I'm like, okay, I'm looking up.
Anytime you see a spot that says a name and then it says bar and grill or lounge and you should probably go in and knock on the door. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like a red phone booth, but you can knock on the door. And I mean, I went to Tattletale many moons ago, but it's cool.
I ain't never heard this shit a day in my life. Hey, shout out to my guy.
Tattletale. See, I put you on.
Yeah, you definitely adult entertainment club. They closed. About to open up in a couple of hours.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Tattletale. Let me click on the website.
Tattletale, bro.
This should sound like a snitch spot. Like who?
It might be some CIs in that motherfucker.
Rocking. Oh, the 3. Oh yeah, they about to turn up. Y'all be safe out there, Tattletale. Oh, okay, yeah, I ain't never heard of it.
So outside of Atlanta, what do you think is the dopest other city with strip club culture? Outside of Atlanta. That you allegedly went to. Allegedly.
Atlanta.
Nigga, I said outside of Atlanta. Outside of Atlanta? All right.
I can't find nothing to match that.
No, you're not.
So that's why.
So what you do is you always compare it to Atlanta. Like your baseline is Atlanta.
I've been to other spots, like other cities.
Right. Shout out to Houston,
Vegas.
V-Live go hard. V-Live go hard.
New York, gonna see how you.
Dallas go hard.
Huh?
Dallas got one. I thought I was at Costco, nigga. That shit felt like Costco, nigga.
Atlanta. I can't like. So
what do you like about it though? Like, what do you? Okay. All right, take it back. What do you not like about Atlanta strip club? You gotta have something.
There's too many of them.
It's too many. It's way too many. It's too many to choose from.
Yeah, that's what I like about it.
That's why.
Just make it.
That's what. Yeah. So that's what I found that out about Onyx. When I went to Onyx, I was like, nigga, I can't make no decisions in here.
Yeah.
Cause you can't. You feel like you slighting somebody if you choose somebody.
Onyx.
Nigga. I'm telling you. Because you know why? Because all right, Magic City is like the size of my basement.
Okay.
That bitch body a strong 2150 square feet. Okay. If that.
About 250 people.
It's a square building, nigga. And when you first of all, I used to come home from college, Greyhound Station. I was catching the bus to the crib. We'll stop. I'll never forget. I leave school 6 o'clock.
Let's go over here and read some of these comments, man.
Yeah, read the comments.
I want to chop it up with him. Dave done left shit. Put me.
Yeah, you're in charge now.
Nah, I ain't in charge, but he better not come back. They didn't want to sit on
let him come back.
You should your ass on in. We took over the whole pod. We good. No, look, Dave Life after dark. What's popping, everybody? Hey, what you saying now?
So I used to get off the bus and they was like, "Oh, your bus leave at 11." I was like, "Oh, nigga, 2 hours." I go get some wings because they had the best wings. Hey, shout out to Magic City with the wings, man. The little little food truck.
Magic City with the wings.
Nigga, that shit fire. I don't know who they got in the kitchen. They got a lady in the kitchen. They got the little fat. You know when you got the little fat right there.
She can cook.
Fat. Play with it. So the crazy part about it, I'll go in there and I'll stay for like a strong 45. And I used to be like, yo, how are motherfuckers out here not wanting to just like experience it? Like forget about getting a lap dance or anything. Just see what it's about. The music is always live, the food cool. Every chick is friendly. Every chick is friendly, bro. Every chick is your best friend. That's how niggas fall in love. Because
Look, do their job. That's what they're there to make you feel like
but
that.
when you're young, you're trying to be cool. You want to be likable.
Mm-hmm.
They make you feel like you're the only person in there.
That's their job.
Yo, so in terms of number one places,
That's their job.
Panama Princess said Atlanta is number one, Miami is number two for strip clubs.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I got a question, and then we're gonna wrap it up. Did stripper culture mess up hip hop? We got to talk about the new wave. We got to talk about the Lil Kims. We got to talk about the Foxies. We got to talk about
Megan
the Sexy Reds, the Megan Thee
Stallions,
Stallions, and the Ice Spices.
Shit, even Glorilla.
Mm-hmm. But the Ice Spices, who don't even really rap bars,
right?
It's all more about I got a fatty. Everything time she get on stage is showing the fatty.
I think
that's money though.
Yeah.
But let go back to
sex sales though.
There you go. That's what I was about to say. That's more so.
But is that necessarily strip club culture, or you understanding the environment that goes around it? Because you know your music is going to get played, and then two, people going to tune in because you do got a fatty, or you exposing more skin. Because there's some chicks out there.
Everybody going.
There's some chicks out there. They come in, they do their bid, they do their time. If their time is from 11 to 12 or 11 to 1, they're doing their shit, and they out. They ain't thinking about that shit. And there's some chicks in there that really want that culture, but they don't really want that culture. But they understand that shit make money.
And that's what I mean.
So that's why I told Dave earlier. I said, hey, shout out to all the lifers, though. Shout out to all the lifers. Hey, and real talk, is it really a culture about the entertainment, or is it really a culture about the money? The money. Is it really about the money?
It's the money.
It's the money.
It's definitely money.
It's the money.
It's the money, because if bars sold, if skills sold, truth be told, I'd probably be lyrically Talib Kweli. Yeah. Truthfully, I wanted to rhyme like common sense, but I did 5 mil.
And I had common sense.
That's
my boy.
He broke it down right there. It's about the money, even for the guys. Money, it's not about the bars no more. Right. And we all know people who got bars. Right. Fab got bars.
All right.
Jada got bars. Shout out to Kiss. Kiss got hella bars. All right.
You do.
Jay got bars, but Jay know how to sell. Right. So it's like you could Rakim got bars.
Hey,
right.
Shout out to Titty Boy.
2 Chainz.
Shout out 2 Chainz. Chainz got bars. Shit, listen, man. Shout out to Thug, Young Thug, and shout out to T.I. The whole grand hustle mixed with the pimping, mixed with get your money up. Lil Wayne.
But it all came from the strip club culture.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, it did.
That's what I'm getting at. So now hip hop is Lil Kim took it to where she's like, I'm gonna talk explicitly. You ain't gonna talk about me explicitly. I'm gonna talk explicitly about myself, and I'm gonna take the power back. You know, she talked about getting her coochie and all these things. She was more the pimping versus being, the one being pimped.
She's showing you, I do this.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, eat this, do this, take this, do this.
Trina.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Shout out to Trina.
Yeah, another one.
So Trina took that shit.
Yep.
Trina took that shit from a culture in Miami.
Come on.
And started cooking.
Cooked. Not even cooking, she was cooking.
Yeah, come on.
She was on it. No, for real.
So did it mess up hip hop, or did it it was just a natural progression on another phase?
No. This way I look at it. And I'm gonna say it like this. It was more so, y'all can call it a money grab, but I feel like, they was on the stage dancing, doing this, that, and the third, just like, we're gonna get off the stage, get in the studio. Make some hits.
Okay.
So they had a plan.
It was a plan.
And
they show other people that they can do it too. So now we got the Nicki Minaj or the
Cardi B,
or whoever else, bro. Like, I know a lot of
Cardi B though.
It just
she was a phenomenal dancer.
And Cardi was a stripper though. She literally was a stripper.
But
phenomenal.
That too, but it still was other females that's not even stripping.
Yeah.
They still peep the blueprint. Yeah. And they feel like I ain't got to strip and do all that.
Yeah.
And still pop off.
Yeah.
They might have said they was doing this or the baddest, but that don't mean they was on a pole busting a wide open.
Agreed. Right.
But they seen the blueprint and was gonna pop it.
Pop that. Yeah.
So like a Gorilla Glow or whoever else.
So let me ask you this.
Okay.
Did they have talent though? Because somebody got to recognize, okay, you're more than just stripping. You got to have some talent.
I'm gonna say this: Cardi don't write all her stuff, but Cardi can deliver it.
It don't matter. It don't matter about who write it.
No, but what I'm saying, look, there's a talent to deliver.
No,
there's a talent.
I'm being petty right now. Talent how? Dancing or rapping?
No. Dancing. Okay, I'll put it like this: you go to college, you get a degree. That's the knock on the door. Okay, cool. You knocked on the door. Oh shit, you got a degree. Come on in the house. They started with stripping because they understood that was their mechanism to get inside the house.
Okay.
So
the financial house.
The financial house. Okay. So they say, hey, I got to strip to get recognized.
Okay.
I got more than a fat ass, a beautiful face, and titties. Okay,
I can rap.
What keeps you in the house though? Because guess what? Cardi can strip her ass off, but she got talent though. Would you agree? Regardless if
Cardi got talent.
Regardless if she,
Cardi got talent.
Regardless if she write her own shit or not, she delivers it.
Yes.
So there's a talent to that.
Listen,
It's a talent in rapping.
Megan has talent.
Yeah,
because Megan can deliver her lyrics.
Shout out to Megan.
She
just threw the first pitch at the Astros game.
Shout out to Meg.
Now she's on the mound. I'm a sucker for chicks in white pants. She's on the mound and she's throwing the first pitch at an all-star season home opener.
Yeah.
She would have never got that if she didn't have the body.
But I was gonna say,
the talent.
But she wasn't on for stripping though.
No, not stripping.
No, did Meg used to strip though?
Oh, I don't know. No, she got a degree.
No. And I'm not mistaken, her mom was rapping.
Her mother was rapping. Yes,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, her mother and recipes to her mom.
Her mom,
her mom was rapping.
I didn't know that.
It just again, you
well, you gotta have staying power. For instance,
it's that image you putting on.
Biggie wrote for Kim in the beginning.
Yeah, of course he did.
But when he passed, Kim held the torch. She held it down. Kim
she had already started with "I'm a nasty bitch."
She did, but she also had bars.
She had bars. It doesn't matter if somebody write it for you or not. That whole culture is still prevalent because you have sex appeal. You see what I'm saying?
Well,
like if you didn't have no sex appeal, you say, you know what? Stripping look like I can get my music. I know the music. I can sing every lyric of the song. I got something bigger, but this is my mechanism. I got to go through in order to get to where I really want to be.
Nikki can rap her ass off.
She most certainly can.
And so Nikki has staying power because it's more than just the boobs and the butt. Nikki has an image. Nikki is a boss, and Nikki can rap her ass off, and she has beat men. When that verse on Monster could have been bigger than the gays.
Time out. Was Nikki a stripper? No.
Now that I don't think so. I don't think so.
Again,
I don't think so. But did Nikki use the template of Lil' Kim dressing a certain way? That's what I mean. She copied the template, even though, like you said, she didn't strip, but she copied the template and she was barred up, and so she got the staying power. You know what I'm saying?
If I'm wrong, y'all let me know.
Yeah, y'all let us
know in the comments. Nikki strip. Boy, man, Retro, you cop. I'm just let me know. I don't think she did.
I don't think she did. But then you have people like Ice Spice. I'm not picking on Ice Spice, but she has one hot song. You think you're much. She got a fatty, and she
got more than one hot song.
Okay, but I can't
think of all my kids watching.
Okay, the kids probably know better than me. I'm not in that generation.
My daughter's watching. But no, but
I know what you're saying though. I know what you said though.
She does have sex appeal, and she understands that the more skin I show, the more I give them. Like look at Glorilla. Glorilla's in the gym. She's like, I ain't naturally born with this, so I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna go to the gym. I ain't gonna never have a fat ass. My mom ain't, and I don't know. But she's just saying, let me do the things I need to do because I don't want to be BBL. I want it to be natural because I want my talent to come through and shine naturally.
Okay, so let's talk.
See what I'm saying?
Let's talk about Sexy Red. I don't know if Sexy Red.
Sexy Red's tough.
I know she from the Lou, right? Because Nelly shouted her out. She's from St. Louis. I know that she's big and huge in terms of her music and everything. Did she take a page out of the I'm gonna be a nasty talking chick, and I'm gonna take what Lil' Kim and them did and run with it?
Absolutely.
Does she have talent and bars, or is she just popular?
See but that goes back to my point. It doesn't matter if you have that. If you don't write your own shit, it don't matter. The matter it's the delivery.
It's how you deliver it.
It's the delivery, and can people resonate with you? So if I can't, like, you could be okay. Take me to strip club. It's a popping ass song, right? Tila came out with song. Come on, I'm going to Chicago with y'all. I know this bitch back from '86, graduated, made it from the college days.
Yeah.
But guess what? You gotta be able to twerk. You gotta be able to move off that song, and you gotta understand the music.
Showing
love.
Okay, my bad.
You see what I'm saying? Though? So it's still an art to it.
It is.
It's
Hip-hop
an art.
is an art.
Hip hop is an art.
You got to deliver it.
I think what happens is, and that's I'm glad that you segue into that. Hip hop was an art. Just like I don't give a fuck if you go all the way back to 93, 94 with Southern Playlist and kind of like funky music. That's an art. Women found a way to hashtag that art of music and put it into what they do. Saying, hey, you know what? Music's popping. Everybody know the lyrics. I need to learn the lyrics if I don't know them. But I already know the lyrics because culturally, I'm in it every day.
Yeah.
Now, how do I make this a part of my magic trick?
Yeah.
How do I make this a part of everything I want to do anyway? Because this is the mechanism to get to where I want to be. Man, I seen a chick pull up.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we got to roll out. We got to end it. Yep.
Thank you.
Cool. So this will be the end of the show. We'll wrap it up.
You know, so.
Nah, man.
We got to wrap it up.
Listen, shout out to all the Dave Lifers.
Shout out to the Lifers, man. Y'all in the building, man. Hey, this was the breakdown, everybody, where we broke down did Atlanta stripper culture mess up hip hop? I think the consensus is no.
No. It illuminated it.
Okay.
It made it better.
Okay.
Because all the music now, because at one time the South was winning. Still is. But it took people, like everybody came to the South to get their music. Like Short live here. He live here now.
Yep.
So he been fucking with the South forever.
Yeah.
I remember when he came to homecoming one year, nigga, he had chicks on stage, and the nigga's like, I'm leaving unless I have a reason to stay. And then all the chicks was like, nah, we want you to stay. We want you to stay. And it was all strippers, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, look, man, we broke down Atlanta stripper culture. I appreciate everybody for joining. Watch us on the next episode of The Breakdown, man.
Yes, sir.
All right. It's your boy, Dave Life, man. And we out, man. Peace.